a KQED television production.
Another umami bomb. Umami bomb.
Check Please Bay Area is made possible by the members of KQED and by Total Wine & More offers over 8,000 wines, 2,500 beers, and 3,000 spirits with specialists on hand to provide advice on any item. Now open in Mountain View, Pleasant Hill, and Fremont.
La Tour Angèle Artisan Oils, French-inspired and handcrafted in Northern California. La Tour Angèle creates natural, healthy cooking oils that add new flavor to everyday dishes. Sutter Health CPMC, investing in community care for more than 150 years, including 2 new smart hospitals. Your city, your hospital. CPMC2020.org.
Oakland International Airport. Now with flights all over the world. iFlyOAK.com.
Mattress systems from European Sleepworks, working to improve comfort and wellness for over 40 years. At Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley. Online at sleepworks.com.
Integrated Resources Group has a vast selection of epic porcelain slabs and Pentel quartz surfaces for today's modern designs.
Hi, I'm Leslie Sabraco. Welcome to Check Please Bay Area, the show where regular Bay Area residents review and talk about their favorite restaurants. Now we have 3 guests, and each one recommends one of their favorite spots, and the other 2 go check them out to see what they think. This week, industrial saleswoman Kelly Smith is in a sticky business. She sells industrial adhesives, and she's stuck on finding eating establishments with a history and a touch of mystery. And dog trainer extraordinaire Camilla Gray Nelson labels herself as the diva in dungarees, although she's better known as the dog talk diva. Born and raised in Petaluma, she doesn't mind getting her French manicured hands dirty. But first, Director for Programs at Hospitality House, Troy Henry, works with the homeless to get them established in work and life. It's how he came to discover his eatery when the owner was looking to train new staff. Then he tasted the food and holy cow, it was better than his mom's. You can find it in San Francisco at Cala.
Food in Mexico has been extraordinary for centuries. Tons of ingredients, extraordinary regional foods. I'm delighted that more people are being exposed to how sophisticated Mexican food can be. My name is Gabriela Cámara, and I am the owner of Cala. Many things are special about Cala, I think. It's a different type of Mexican cuisine, not common in the United States, but it's more and more being experimented with. We source all our ingredients locally, and all our fish is sustainably fished. Another very extraordinary thing about Cala is our staff. It's run mostly by women in an alternative, progressive way. We came about the possibility of hiring people with a conviction history, second chance hiring. That's something I'm very proud of because we have contributed, I think, to the better life of many individuals. And we also offered full benefits from the beginning. You have no trial period in which we see if you work or you don't. We want to do everything right. From the beginning, Lucas, my son, has been a part of this, knowing the table numbers and every person who works here. It's wonderful for a kid to be able to see the complexity of a restaurant, but also the liveliness and to enjoy the sociability of that.
All right, Troy, this is a unique spot, isn't it?
It definitely is. I heard about it because Gabriela, the owner chef, hires folks coming out of prison. So I was like, I've definitely got to see this place. Yeah. This blew my socks off.
Chef Cámara is well known in Mexico City for her restaurants, and she is certainly known as a top chef.
Definitely white tablecloth.
And focused on fish, a lot of fish.
Yes, the fish right now that I'm in love with is a rockfish. It's split, deboned, grilled, and then it has 2 different salsas. One's a green, one's a red. It was just amazing.
We started with the trout tostada, and that was definitely spectacular. It was like butter in your mouth. However, it definitely wasn't the Mexican you would expect. It wasn't, you know, rice and beans and a taco. You know, the service was spectacular, and, you know, when you walked in, it was absolutely beautiful, the ambiance. It was a Saturday night. It was about 9 o'clock, and we sat at one of the long community tables, and it was a good friend of mine, so that was okay. but I could not see that place for a first date, or maybe someone you don't know that intimately, that you're sitting just right next to like that.
My group of 4 spent the first 20 minutes totally confused over the menu. There was a list of food. All the key ingredients were in Spanish, no English translation. We just sat there in total dumbfoundedness and depended on a waiter to come tell us what things were. And then, of course, after he leaves, you can't remember what he said.
No.
And there's no English. So there's many things about this restaurant that really ticked me off as a business owner. I'm going to be honest.
It was actually in English.
No,
I
the key
could read.
ingredients are not in
Actually, they
English.
were.
They were not in, no.
I would totally disagree with you on that. Every time I've gone, I've had a very different interaction. I had Wesley this last time as my waiter, and he came out and told me
fabulous waiter.
Service.
Fabulous.
told
I
me
had David.
the 3 different
Fantastic.
areas. I went through them, and actually, thank God we didn't order everything that he was saying, because
Well, we did.
we were going to.
Tried everything?
Not really. They suggested 3 things for a table of 4 from every grouping.
Right.
I love the homemade tortillas.
Okay.
Love those. I was impressed with the ceviche. The fish was so fresh, and the marinade was lovely. Beyond that, really, there was nothing memorable. There was grilled lettuce with black beans. Please.
Right.
How creative
There's
is
a
that?
lot of charred
I'm sorry.
flavors
Oh.
in
I'm
Chef
sorry.
Gabriella's cuisine. There's a lot of that really
What
true
But I did
Mexican
not
charred
find, I
flavors.
did not find the food memorable. We had a sweet potato dish.
That was
potato.
That's my
Okay,
favorite.
now-
I literally.
All right, let me let him get
I
in.
literally.
Tell me, Troy, tell me about it.
It's a sweet potato that is totally charred.
Yes,
And
it
you
is.
open it up,
Yep.
and they have this bone marrow salsa
Right?
negro.
Yes.
So rich.
Right.
And you put that with homemade corn tortillas.
For a restaurant who has a chef that is supposedly
World-renowned.
the
Right.
world renowned, the queen has no clothes. I'm sorry. The queen has no clothes.
Troy?
You got to name
I'm
your
not
queen,
sure.
Troy.
I'm not sure what to say, girl. I think the thing is if fish is not or if you're expecting your typical Mexican food,
no,
It's
this is
definitely
not
it's
the
not,
place.
not it.
No.
Right.
This
This is
is
not it.
definitely
Not
has
expecting that.
a whole lot of different flavors, but I think you have to go in there with that mindset.
Sure.
And I don't think you did.
I did.
Next
I
time,
definitely
you
definitely
need
did
to
it
go with
because I
me.
did.
At home, I get the beans and rice, and I get
Right,
the
and
typical.
again, those kind of flavors are
This is
echoed in the
not that.
tequila list and the mezcal list.
Right,
They
right.
have quite a specialty and focus on mezcal, which the smoky
I had
flavors
the-
go along with the
I
food.
don't know. Did anybody
Yeah.
have a drink?
I had one cocktail that had kind of like an egg whip on top, and it had a little fruitiness to it, a little citrus. I had 2 of those. I felt amazing. The craft cocktail list was definitely spectacular.
And what else did you have, Troy?
So I had sopas, and what it is it's matzah, and it's deep fried. It has black bean sauce with some lean cod topped with tomatillo and pickled onion. It made me do the happy dance. The taqueria, during the week, they have like 5 or 6 different tacos. And it's 3 tacos with fresca for like $12. They have lengua, which is tongue, short ribs.
Well, we went down a separate day to the taco back door, like a secret door, and the tacos were actually really good. We had the carnitas, and we also had the vegetarian. It was like a grilled chard with walnuts and fresh cheese. I loved those tacos. Yeah, I mean, it was really well done.
Talk to me about
I
desserts.
can't remember any more foods.
Fabulous desserts. Those were memorable.
Okay.
Those-
give a
those
hug,
ones-
Troy. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Desserts.
I'm not a picky person.
No, I'm really not.
You're an awesome person.
I'm not.
Who cares?
So
Who cares?
the desserts, the floating islands with the 2 types of meringues was heaven in a dish. The chocolate ice cream with that brittle thing on top. They're gonna kill me with that. That was fantastic.
The dessert that I had was, and it's something that takes me back to my childhood, was buñuelos. My mother used to brag that we would only get on holidays.
So, all right, wrap this up for us.
For a restaurant that has a mission and a soul and makes way better food than my mama,
Sorry, Mom.
definitely drop by Cala.
All right, Camilla.
Okay food, but not consumer focused. And for that reason, I probably won't go back, except for the desserts.
Okay, all right, and Kelly.
So I think I probably will go back now to try the desserts, and the cocktails were amazing. The service was amazing, but to me, the food just wasn't there for me.
All right, if you would like to try Cala, it's located on Fell Street between Franklin and Van Ness Avenue in San Francisco. The telephone number is 415-660-7701. It's open every night for dinner, and don't forget there are tacos served in the back every day from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Reservations are recommended, and the average dinner tab per person without drinks is around $50. Kelly's Place emphasizes seafood along with views to die for and a spooky history. Prohibition secrecy, bootleggers, rum runners, and a ghost. Just south of Pacifica, it's all at Moss Beach Distillery.
A lot of people think that the Moss Beach Distillery is a hidden gem. We have the view, which is next to none, lots of wildlife. It really is just such a wonderful environment. My name is Melissa Vega. I am the marketing manager here at the Moss Beach Distillery. The building was originally built in 1927 as a speakeasy during the Prohibition era. They used to bring down a lot of Canadian rum. In those days, there was a woman who always used to dress in blue. She died down on the beach, and so people have spotted her around the restaurant. She's nice. She never does anything malicious. I think she's just out for a good time. She's a party animal, you know? Everybody loves a good haunting, and so, you know, you always want to come and see if you can see the Blue Lady. We have a really wonderful happy hour program here. Some creative drinks, taking from history. We have the Prohibition Mai Tai, and it's big, it's yummy, it's got a lot of rum, a little bit of juice. We have the Blue Lady, which is beautiful. And then we have a little menu of bar bites. You could get oysters. You can come here for your birthday, your first date. People propose here all the time, which I think is really cool. We've got a patio that's dog friendly, so we can get dressed up to the nines, or you can hop in on your flip-flops.
All right, Kelly. Boo! Sorry. Tell us about the ghost.
The Moss Beach Distillery is just such a famous, fun place. It's right there on the water, and the views are to die for. And the food is amazing, the service is amazing, but you go there for the ghost. You go there to possibly see the Blue Lady, to hear about the Blue Lady,
to drink the Blue Lady.
To
they have
drink
a cocktail
the Blue
named
Lady.
Blue Lady.
Absolutely, that's fantastic.
See, talk about marketing, Camilla. Right?
I tell you,
talk about marketing.
That place, from a businesswoman's standpoint, they have branding down.
Absolutely.
I mean, you sit at the table, there is a sheet of paper that you, while you're waiting for your food, you read all about the history of Moss Beach Distillery. You are drawn in and you love the place even before they serve your food.
Right.
But I have to say, I have never had better service in my life. Our waiter was fantastic.
What do you serve?
I definitely start with the shrimp cocktail because it's amazing. The house-made horseradish inside the cocktail. So, oh, it's just fantastic. A little spicy, but definitely good.
I had the typical Benedict, Eggs Benedict. I am averse to runny egg whites, so I'm very particular. What a surprise. Well, I'm very particular with the eggs.
She's not picky, though.
No. She's not picky.
She's not picky.
With the eggs, I'm about customer service. My eggs were like perfection. And I'm a cook, you know, so I understand the proper way to make a hollandaise. The hollandaise was not too goopy, not too lemony, was perfectly. The way the service was like there, but not overbearing, and the views were like a mini Big Sur.
It was a long drive.
It was a long drive,
okay.
yeah.
But you're absolutely right, it was beautiful. Okay, but it was a really long drive. I called and I said, I'm gonna bring my dogs because I was so excited.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she said, oh, you don't need reservations.
Yeah, you
just go there.
Downstairs,
so I'm
sure.
like, okay, I'll go there. So I get there. It's first come, first serve. There is no service. And we're like, okay, where do we order? You have to order from the bar. And it's not the same menu.
It's not.
Right.
No,
So-
it's not.
so
No, it's
mentally,
not.
I'm
You know,
already
it's more
like,
burgers,
I'm like,
fries, to
I'm-
deal outside.
I'm
Yeah.
bummed.
Yeah, because you're
Fish and
outside,
chips,
you're on the
right.
patio.
They had a thing called crispy buttermilk calamari. There was nothing crispy. When it came out, the sheen of oil or grease was all over it. I got the chicken sandwich. It had no flavor. Everything came out together. So, you know, you want to kind of sit there and have a little bit of this. But it was,
So it's a completely different experience
it was
when you do
such
that.
a different. However, I'm sitting there and I'm looking up because you know, up is the restaurant.
Sure. Right. And
like,
you're looking at them.
I'm
lucky
like,
people.
Those lucky people, and I'm looking at my dogs, and I'm like.
Couldn't you put your dogs back in the car for just
So, okay, I'm looking at my dogs going, okay, next time y'all going back to the car.
Yeah.
Because I could tell the food looked tremendous when I saw it. I did actually love just being there because
it's
it
like
was.
a little vacation. It's fun.
And what other dishes did you have?
So the yellowfin tuna is absolutely my favorite thing. It's an appetizer. It's also an entree. Pesto filled salmon is absolutely fantastic with the fresh vegetables and the rice pilaf with all the mushrooms inside of it. And if you're a mushroom fan, it's just spectacular. It's baked and then kind of broiled real quick to get the nice crispy layer, the Parmesan cheese, and it's just so fantastic.
We had an appetizer. I decided, oh, why not blow the diet and just get the deep fried artichoke heart. It was just marinated artichokes like out of a jar, you know, deep fried. I gotta say, not my favorite.
If next time, if all I did was get the clam chowder,
really,
I would have been happy. I would have been happy.
Is that good?
It was very good. It was the highlight of the trip.
What is the dessert that you?
So they have your standard desserts. A huge piece of cheesecake. I don't know that everything's house made, however, just fantastic, just big and wonderful, and you have a couple cocktails with your slice of cheesecake, and it was just fantastic.
All right, this is your spot, Kelly. Give us a quick summary.
So the food is amazing, the service is impeccable, but you go there for the Blue Lady.
All right, and Troy?
Oh, I'm definitely going back. But this time, I'll be on the top.
Go upstairs. Go upstairs.
All right.
Upstairs.
I'll take you upstairs, Troy.
I loved it. There wasn't a single thing I didn't really love about that restaurant, and it was worth the drive from Petaluma.
Nice.
All right, if you would like to try Moss Beach Distillery, it's located on Beachway at Ocean Boulevard in Moss Beach. The telephone number is 650-728-5595. It's open for lunch and dinner every day, brunch on Sunday. Reservations are recommended, and the average dinner tab per person without drinks is around $50. When the Green Fairy, La Fée Verte, visits, it's said to bring transformation and enlightenment. Better known as Absinthe, this green-hued aromatic elixir is crafted from a neutral spirit infused with a variety of herbs and plants like anise, fennel, and wormwood, from which it takes its name. Now let's get something clear. Wormwood was banned and falsely accused as the culprit in Absinthe's so-called hallucinogenic effects, but it was really just the high levels of alcohol, I mean really high levels, that made people a little crazy. No longer banned, Absinthe is undergoing a renaissance. You can enjoy Swiss and French classics, and even local distillery St. George is making an Absinthe Verte. It's traditionally served in a small glass with a sugar cube, drizzled with just a bit of water. Smells like licorice. I'm gonna go to Green Fairyland. Bye-bye. Au revoir. Step back to the wild, wild west at Camilla's Place, an old saloon with polished mahogany bar, Tiffany lamps, Southern-inspired cooking, and what else? Oysters, of course. Come dressy or casual to Valley Ford and Rocker Oysterfeller's Kitchen and Saloon.
We've been together for 17 years, and we work really well together. Work is work, and playtime is playtime.
We love each other.
We do! I'm Shauna Campbell, and I work in the front of the house.
And I'm Brandon Gunther, and I'm the chef at Rocker Oysterfellers.
We moved to the Bay Area about 13 years ago, and this is one of our favorite weekend spots, so we found the hotel in 2006. It's a really interesting place because we're on Highway 1, and there are a lot of people vacationing, not only from California, but from around the world. We have a 7-room inn upstairs, so people will come in for dinner and just stay the night.
So a lot of the recipes, I learned with her grandmother and her father down in Southeast Texas, and a lot of them we came up with here, just using whatever's in the farm basket kind of at the farmers markets. All around us, there's these amazing farms. We have all the oysters of Tamales Bay. We've got fresh fish from Bodega Bay.
It's really fun to have someone from a totally different part of the world eating maybe a burger with pimento cheese, and that cheese is made by the person sitting next to him, maybe 2 miles away. We have a lot of lettuces and herbs and things that we're able to grow. So what we can grow here, we do, and we use it in the restaurant.
And flowers for the hotel.
Flowers for the hotel. Lots of flowers. That's always really fun. And that's a wrap.
All right, Camilla, it's your turn now. Your turn. I want to hear about Rocker Oysterfeller.
I always refer to it as the Valley Fort Hotel.
There you go.
When I was growing up, I was born and raised in Petaluma, and I used to spend many a day driving out to the coast. And there was this old, funky, kind of a creepy hotel. Well, in the 1990s, someone bought it and renovated it. We didn't go there for dinner until just a few years ago. The burgers are local beef, fresh as fresh can be, just big and huge and wonderful, because it's farm country, you know. The buffalo wings, I have to say, they were juicy and meaty, and whoa, I was so surprised by how delicious they were. But the fish tacos, I am telling you, local fisheries, white fish, deep fried like a beer battered, but the apple slaw that is on top, it's just right. And then the remoulade on top, oh my God. I go there, it's hard not to order those every time.
I'll leave the tacos any day.
Yeah.
To me, that was not a taco, that was okay. It was because the hamburger was freaking amazing. And I didn't even have it. It was like there was 4 of us. And we were like trying different.
Everything good. Good.
He gave me a bite. I wanted the whole thing. The oysters.
Right.
Holy. Well, let me back up because when I walked in, it was like walking into like my house, but a clean house.
Right.
Okay. It felt so comfortable.
It was.
We got the Rocker Oyster Rockefeller.
No, Rocker Oysterfeller.
But the Oyster Rockefeller. Okay, so we've been dreaming about that ever since. That was amazing. I wish we would have gotten more oysters, and I wish I would have gotten the hamburger, but everything I got there was amazing. Was
what about
very
you,
good.
Kelly?
I fancy myself somewhat of a grit connoisseur, and the fact that they had the Anson Mills grits were, I mean, that's from South Carolina.
Yes, it is.
It was amazing. The cheddar grits were so fantastic with the shrimp. I would go back just because they have Anson Mill grits. The cocktail list was so fun and different. And I had a Sazerac, which was the rye whiskey, and it was so much fun.
I went with the Bloody Mary. A salad with alcohol
I'll
was
take it.
like the best.
Right?
And okra? You don't find okra nowadays. Like it was like, I could have made that my whole meal. But I got the chicken and waffles. Normally, I don't like chicken and waffles. I like chicken or waffles.
Right, but together?
Well, no, I still don't like chicken and waffles together. But I was able to eat them like everybody
now
was.
Who's being picky?
Thank you, Leslie. But no, it's like I put a railroad track between the two. The waffles, everybody was eating those. I could only eat the leg because I was so full because I had the gumbo. I'm actually really upset though because they're not closer to San Francisco.
I agree.
It's a long drive for you guys.
It's far out of the way. However, it's fun. It's like a little vacation almost going there. But we're missing the best part.
What?
The goats in the parking lot. They were enticing us.
But you are in the country. You're in the countryside.
I never seen that many cows in my life.
Goats in the parking lot.
What actually blew me away is when we got there was a few people there. When we left, the place was full, which says a lot about the restaurant.
Absolutely, it does.
What about the bacon
one.
wrapped jalapeno?
Oh, fantastic. The slice of jalapeno.
I hate you.
Delicious.
I wanted that.
Slice of jalapeno. Okay.
I'm hating you right now.
Bacon.
I have to go back. I have to go back.
Bacon and it's wrapped in bacon.
Wrapped in bacon to die for the smoky, but the spice to it.
Oh, I'm hating
it
on
was.
you.
Oh, it was good. Be jealous.
Oh yeah.
Be real jealous.
I have to go back.
But I don't know. You have the gumbo.
The gumbo wasn't my favorite. Okay. It was really good, but it was a little salty. But you know, I finished it.
But I loved it.
All right, this is your spot, Camilla. Wrap it up for us.
Oh my God. Go as you are or get dressed up. Just go and have a great time. It's fantastic, comfortable, hang out, have oysters and great food.
All right, Troy.
Oh, I'm definitely going back just for those things.
Yeah.
All right, and Kelly?
I would for sure go back, but my number one is to see those goats.
There you go. There you go.
All right, if you would like to try Rocker Oysterfeller's Kitchen and Saloon, it's located on Shoreline Highway at School Street in Valley Ford. The telephone number is 707-876-1983. It's open for dinner Thursday through Sunday with brunch on Sunday. Reservations are recommended, and the average dinner tab per person without drinks is around $25. I have to thank my raucous guests on this week's show. Troy Henry for amazing Mexican flavors served up two ways, in the restaurant or the taqueria in back at Cala in San Francisco. Kelly Smith, who braves the spirit world to feast on seafood and more at Moss Beach Distillery in Moss Beach. And Camilla Gray Nelson, who gets us to sit and stay at the Marin Spot, serving Southern food at Rocker Oysterfeller's Kitchen and Saloon in Valley Ford. So join us next time when three new guests will recommend their favorite spots right here on Check Please Bay Area. I'm Leslie Sbrocco, and I'll see you then. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo! Cheers.
So now it's your turn. We want to hear from you if you visited any of our Check Please restaurants. You can post a selfie on Instagram, join the conversation on Facebook, and tweet us anytime. And don't forget to visit our website. All the shows are there, along with my wine videos and notes about the wines we drink on set. You'll also find our fun new web series, Taste This, where we celebrate food and drinks around the Bay. Cheers.
Check Please Bay Area is made possible by the members of KQED and by IRG as in-trend surfaces, quieter marbles and rare exotics. Over 10,000 slabs in stock today. IRG in Brisbane and Dublin and at marblecompany.com.
Mattress systems from European Sleepworks, working to improve comfort and wellness for over 40 years. At Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley. Online at sleepworks.com.
Oakland International Airport. Now with flights all over the world. iFlyOAK.com.
Sutter Health CPMC, 7,000 employees, nurses, and physicians caring for their communities every day. Your city, your hospital. CPMC2020.org. La Tour Angèle Artisan Oils, French-inspired and handcrafted in Northern California. La Tour Angèle creates natural, healthy cooking oils that add new flavor to everyday dishes.
Total Wine & More offers more than 8,000 wines from around the world and more than 2,500 beers, including hard-to-find seasonal brews and imports. Now open in Mountain View, Pleasant Hill, and Fremont.